in a startup company, be it a biotech company, a high-tech company, any young company, you spend, or I, or the senior people in the company spend a lot of time raising money. What does raising money mean? It really means telling a story in a compelling way. Which, again, me trained as a scientist, telling a story means 2 + 2 = 4. When you're telling a story to potential investors, you're not just telling the scientific part. And to make it very simple, the cell works like this, or 2 + 2 = 4. You really have to sell the potential. I am doing this, or the company is doing this, because it's going to have a broader impact. It's going to cure cancer. Not only cure cancer, but and what does that mean? It's going to save a lot of money for people. We can sell X number of dollars in the drug. So it's really telling a story with a broader picture on the impact that you can make, and getting the potential investors excited as you are about what you're trying to do. Another very important thing is beware of the investors that you bring in to work with you. Like anything, think about it as a marriage, because the people that you bring as investors need to be there with you in the down times when the science or the business is not going as well, and in the high times. So beware of not necessarily taking the easy money. Think about the people that you're going to be working with. Think about their money, but also think about the expertise that they may bring. Any investor that invests in a young company becomes part of your board of directors, and they have an opportunity to influence the future of the company. So you really want to bring people that you're going to be excited to work with, that you trust, that have the right expertise, the right connections, that will help you to raise money in the next round, and will have the expertise to potentially help you direct the science and the business. It takes a lot of money to do what we do, which is try to make medicines. Traditionally, companies go through different routes to raise money. In the early days, they raise money through venture capital, through private investors. You can also get grants from the government to build your company. But in general, you start with investors, or you start with public funding, with government funding, and then what companies like us do, biotech companies, and I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars to develop drugs. What the traditional route is, you start as a small company focused on the kind of research that you're good at, and then you partner with larger pharmaceutical companies that have the infrastructure to help you move your product along. So think about what I do. You start at the bench. You start in a lab with an idea, with a molecule, with chemistry, and then you develop a drug. You test it in animals, and that costs some money. But once you're in patients and you're treating patients, it takes a lot of money. It takes hundreds and thousands of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to be able to take a drug from the bench, from a basic concept, to a drug that gets to actually the patient, and then to be able to sell it in the market.